The Liquor Cabinet Radio Show.
Earlier I was like, move.
We got Brew in the goddamn house. Brew, what it do though? I gotta ask you this, brother. How did you get the name Brew? Because he kept saying Pyru,
He kept saying
Kangaroo things, you know. Brew. There it is, right there. You Dominican, Papi Dominican.
Okay, Track, you know what? We had to talk before. Thank you.
Just so my people don't get mad, I'm actually half black, half Jewish.
Wow.
That combination is crazy. Wait, is that Drake? Drake is that combination. That's right.
Yeah.
Drake definitely.
Drake Canadian too.
Drake's Canadian.
That changes all the time.
I mean, he's like a third black, he's like a third black, third Canadian, and then like Jewish.
Black.
All five from what I know.
Third.
So, where are you from, bro?
From Atlanta.
Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah, I was raised in Athens too. Shout out Athens.
Shout out Athens. You know, Athens is a different thing, y'all in LA. You know what I'm saying? That's where RJ is from. You know what I'm saying? Shout out RJ. Shout out RJ.
Shout out RJ for you know the funny thing is everybody at home called me RJ because my name Ruben Thomas Jr.
What?
So when I came out here, people were calling me RJ, and then once I found out there was an RJ out here, I switched it up and had people call me Ruben.
Wow.
Okay.
That was a smart move.
So what's your social security number?
So you got all the gangster shit going on. He's like, I'm just rude. I'm from Athens. I'm like, oh, yeah, I bet you is. All right. So we gotta ask you this: are you on a promo tour, or are you living out here, or?
Yeah, man, I've been out here 2 years. 2 years ago as of last month.
Really?
I live out in Newport, actually, out in Orange County.
Oh, so you got bread. You got bread. All right.
I came out here with something, little something saved up. I got my studio in Burbank.
Yeah, I smoke Newport too as well. You know what I'm saying? And I definitely been to Burbank. You know what I'm saying? But I do gotta ask you this, man. Like, what are your whole inspirations and like what made you get into this music thing? And then was LA just your overall move for the music, or LA was something different for you?
Man, you know what? To be honest with y'all, man, like I put out my first CD at 10 years old.
Really?
You know,
Really?
yeah, I put out my first CD at 10 years old.
May I ask, how did you put it out?
On tape cassette. I went to Walmart, had the little play record thing, and I just recorded while I rapped in from the boombox, and then I went and played it in the car. But you know, I just released my first official CD that's on iTunes and everything right now. Spotify. It's called Role Models.
Nice.
Role Model Rule, but that's my 15th CD. 15th. I've been doing this a while. I recorded music all while I was in the military, deployed and everything. So what I learned, man, what inspired me is just I like making stuff for the people. You know what I'm saying? Cause like 3 years ago from today, like I was in the military, like defending the country, and I've been deployed and been out there, and so.
And thank you for that. You know.
Absolutely. Where were you stationed?
My main duty station for the most part, for the main time I was in was in Minot, North Dakota.
Okay.
I worked in underground guarding nuclear weapons.
Okay. Really? You ever done any overseas tours? Or no?
Yeah, I had a couple.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
what's
So, but now,
Still got
man,
all your guns?
I build my own guns. No, I build my own guns.
He said he built
Nah,
his
the
own.
B100.
I need a plastic gun, player. I need a plastic gun. All right, but moving on.
But you know, now, man, you know, I do it for these kids, man, cause you know. Everything that I didn't have growing up, and that's what I'm trying to become, so I can, you know, I got a crazy story, man, and so like, you know, now being in front of all you guys, like trying not to look at y'all as civilians, not trying to look at y'all more as like, you know, this is my new lifestyle now. I was in the military for almost 7 years. I was in the military for a long time, from the time I was 18 till about 2 years ago, so I'm 26 now, so, you know, it's like, my whole growing up period, becoming from a boy to a man was in the military. So I'm just funny about I like my shit certain ways. You know what I'm saying? But now being here in front of y'all, you know, like I do it for y'all, man. The same reason why I willingly put on the camouflage and go overseas for y'all. The same reason why I'm willing to go in the studio.
That's what's up. So he might just snap and whoop your ass, and it's not his fault.
Nah, I ain't nothing like that.
You know, being in front of y'all.
I'm a mediator now, man. I use my training skills now, man. The more like
to just whoop a nigga ass.
Learn people how to whoop people ass. You know, but I whoop people ass mentally. That's how you do it.
Track trying to figure that out. He's still trying to figure that out.
I'm still trying to figure. Just use your mind and then you heard it. But I got.
Hey, shout out to Liquor Cabinet, man. This my first time I can be there.
Hey, this is an experience, huh?
You just use your mind.
You ain't seen shit yet. This is all the beginning.
not, and you heard it, man.
Hey, shout out to y'all for real, man. Look at Cabinet.
But through this whole journey, you know what I'm saying? I want to ask, you know, because you have 15 of them. You know, what were the first albums about? And now that you know you want to be, you know, a role model, because you know the name of the album is Role Model.
You can listen to any one of my songs from the time I was 10 to now, and all I rap about is what I've been going through at that period of time. Like this CD that I put out, I'm into numerology and stuff like that too. And so I put it out when I was 26. I put it out on my birthday, May 13th,
Nice.
for a reason, because I'm a Taurus, yeah.
So you just had a birthday.
I just had a birthday.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Thank you. I appreciate it. So, you know, like, my first CD, I was talking, you know, I was pretty much talking about my childhood. I growed up, my mama was living the wrong way. My daddy was in the, you know, getting locked up, and he was a truck driver when he went locked up, so I still didn't see him. So, and my mama went around, so it like, I was rapping more about more stuff like that, kind of like how Lil Wayne came out with like, the more like fuck the world type of music, you know, on the first Block It Hot. And so I was making stuff like that. And then, you know, as I got older and the stuff, about my fourth or fifth tape, I was about 16, 17, I was rapping about, you know, being shitted on in high school by some of the like baddie chicks and shit. And then, you know, like little stuff like that, and then getting into games and shit like that. And,
Yeah. So it's like a more personal type music, like
Right.
music you can listen to when you're feeling certain.
I make shit you play for your grandma, man.
Nice,
But at the
nice.
same time, like it can be played in the club too. Like I try to be more all around.
Grandma.
Grandma in the club.
He was the grandma.
You know, and then as I turned 18, I rapped about going to the military and signing up and that whole experience and stuff. And then like my like 10th tape, you know, I rapped when I was like 22. It's called Simple Me. You know, I got married when I was 18 too. I went through like a little ugly divorce a couple years back. I had twin boys. I raised them till they were 3. I found out my kid won mine when I was deployed. Came back, found out the real dad was one of my friends in the military too.
Whoa.
I got a crazy story, man. And so like,
That's common in the military.
yeah, it's some Dear John shit, bro. So you know,
I'm really sorry to hear.
yeah, no, don't be sorry, bro. Like where I'm at.
And you wrote about all this in the
I
music.
wrote about all that, and what I did for the Role Model CD, man, is I took all them tapes and I just really listened to all of them, and I came up with I combined some shit from when I was 11 and 12 to with some shit I was 16, made it better. You know, I engineered my own shit.
Oh, dope.
I graduated from the LA Film School, so
Oh, nice,
you know what I'm saying? I got my music production degree, engineering degree.
Got that free
and
laptop?
Yep. And I graduate next month with my bachelor's in business and entertainment.
Wow.
Dope.
I'm trying to.
I definitely need your help.
The military pay, I'd be willing to help. But so I rapped about all that, and on their Role Model tape, I kind of take people through like a little story. Even on my cover, I kind of explain everything on my cover. I
Do you
show-
have it with you?
you can go to my website, iknowroo.com.
Alright, so you got any gifts for us or anything like that?
I wish I did, bro.
Bro, we got the whole Southern
Hey,
hospitality. You ain't
all
got
I-
any gifts?
You intrigued by him.
Right.
You know what?
No, that's a good sign.
That's what that is.
Track likes you.
Hey, you know
Yeah,
what?
he likes that.
You got your team? That's your team over there? No, that's not your team.
Team light skin, man.
Sorry, I apologize.
But you know what though, man?
About to
Like,
have some gifts.
Hey, I really appreciate y'all, man. And I got booty. I'm gonna come through with some good next time.
Definitely bring them. All right, so like, to be honest with you, bro, like the whole interview just made me very interested in the music.
Very much so. I know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I definitely want to get into the music, but I wanted to ask you one question before we got into it, and that was, and I'm sorry if you may have told us, but what branch of the military were you in?
I was in the Air Force.
The Air Force.
I apologize, I didn't tell you.
Did you ever fly?
Yeah, I jumped out of shit.
You jumped out of shit.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I never,
could
like,
you
to fly-
elaborate?
I mean, well, I jumped out of helicopters.
Really?
Yeah, I jumped out
Into
of
water, or you had a parachute?
I
or-
propelled down like on a rope.
Dope.
Yeah, but then after I got out of the military, I took parachute classes and stuff like this, and jumping out of planes and stuff.
But do you know how to fly? Because I actually want to take flying lessons. I'm actually scared to fly, but I do want to take flying lessons.
To be honest, nah, I don't know how to fly, man.
I don't want no nigga scared to fly.
If I need to learn how to fly, man, at that point, man, I'm just gonna pay.
All right, so shout out to Air Force. Shout out to Air Force. Let's clap it up.
This is the Liquor Cabinet Radio Show.